Hello everybody, my name is Danny. I'd like to welcome you guys to Danny Builds, my new channel. Today, I'm going to finish up putting together the Predator 212 for my 2023 Coleman BT200X. I got to clean the carburetor on it. I put a new spark plug on it. I got a new 1-inch exhaust header, and hopefully after doing all the work I've done to it, hopefully it fires up within 2 tries. I'm hoping 1 try. I'm hoping. But right now I gotta get the fuel line off, drain the gas so I can pull the carburetor off without having gas go everywhere. I have a couple of these laying around, so I figure it'd be best to put gas in it, then put it right back in. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. Hopefully it doesn't make too much of a mess. So once I get this gas drained out, I'm gonna go ahead and pull the carburetor off and then clean the inside of it, clean the jets and everything, because I haven't ran this in about 7-8 months. But I originally took it apart to kind of get everything pretty much like cleaned up and stuff like that because of mini mayhem. I don't know if some of you have ever been there or not, but it's in Goldsburg, North Carolina. It's a really nice place, but the sand down there, not too pleasant on the bikes. So I'm gonna try to get this carburetor clean and get the jets looked at, see how it is. So I remember the last time I ran this, it kept bogging out real bad. So I think one of the jets was pretty much done. That's not too bad. Let me let's see. plug that off a little bit. You can use anything really to plug the fuel line off with, whatever is closest to you. So go ahead and take off this carburetor. Let's get the governor off. Take that off. Slide this. So come up here and show you guys. It's really not that bad looking, really. It's not. Still clean. It just desperately needs it just needs a little love and care. But go ahead and clean up the jets on it. Get everything situated. Get her put it back on. Yeah, she's still got fuel in her. And then after all that, put it back on and hopefully she runs good. Hopefully. Now I got that out. Go ahead and get this. There we go. Well, I got the bowl off. You can see it's still clean on the inside. Everything is still clean there. Now I gotta go ahead and get the jets out. Check them out. Hopefully everything is still good there. These are normally small flathead screwdrivers. Just to get down into it. So it'd be like a little size like that. Not too bad really. But you just put down in there and you start turning. Seems like this one's kind of stuck. There we go. See how this one is really. And these are super simple to end up cleaning out and stuff like that. It's just sometimes they get stuck, other times they just like fall right on out. Yeah, that one Yeah, it's gonna be real hard to pick up on the camera, but yeah, that's clogged. That's clogged really bad. So what I normally do is I have a little piece of a fine wire, like a piano wire, and just run it straight through it a couple of times, clean it out. Or if you don't have any type of small fine wire, um, some brake cleaner. Brake cleaner works really, really good. It dissolves. It doesn't leave like residue and stuff behind. It's really nice. But this works out a lot. This helps out. So you get a small piece like, well, not even you can see it, but it's like a little piece like that, and it's just big enough to punch his way through. See? And then that's how you end up cleaning it. And then once you get it through, then you'll be able to see right through it. Then that's how you know the jet's clean. Because with it being clogged, it's just going to starve the engine of fuel, and it's just not going to run proper at all. But yeah, just put that back in there, and then just screw it on down until you get to the very bottom. Give it a nice little snug, and then here for the float, it's going to have a pin right there, and all you do is with your finger you can just slide it out, and then that's the pin for the float. And then the float comes off, and that right there is going to be like the pilot jet, which that's actually really clean. And then there's going to be another jet right here, and pretty much do the same thing as you did with the first one. Just kind of clean it out a little bit. And basically what this does is this allows the fuel to come in, and then as soon as it fills, I'll demonstrate it here real quick. But as soon as the fuel gets inside the bowl, it activates like a bobber, like a fishing bobber on water. And basically, when it sits like this, as soon as fuel comes into the bowl, it's going to push up on it. As soon as it pushes up on it, it's going to take the pilot jet, and it's going to go ahead and shut it off. That's going to prevent the fuel from basically dumping in too much and slow the process down for too much like fuel consumption, so it doesn't like clog the carburetor or get it all, I don't know, flooded out. But let's go ahead and put this back on. I'm going to go ahead and do that. And another thing too, on these, like right where the bottom bowl is, there's going to be this rubber O-ring gasket, and sometimes these can actually deteriorate and fall apart. So it makes it real hard for the fuel to stay in. So you might definitely want to check on that. If it looks like it's dry rotted or anything like that type of nature, definitely replace it. But putting this on, get that nice and seat it properly. And then put put the bolt back in. Alright. Then next is checking out the inside of it. Pretty much checking out all the ports on both sides. And normally what I do with these, I tend to hit them with a brake cleaner. And it makes it so much easier to clean it all properly and not leave any type of like residue or any nasty gunk and stuff like that. But yeah, I just take the wire first, push it straight through, make sure it goes in like so, and then just kind of move it back and forth a little bit, and then go on this side and do the same thing. Start pushing them back and forth. And then once you got it all the way through, that's when you know it's nice and clean. So there's that. And then take take just a can of brake cleaner, whatever you got. And then you can go ahead and push it on out. And then this is going to open up all of it so it doesn't leave like too much of a mess and stuff. Then once you end up doing that, then you just pretty much clean it off and turn around and put everything back on. Make sure that you got the bowl tightened down and everything like that. Everything is looking good. Not too bad. And go ahead and slide this back on. Take my little plug that I got, hold that, there we go, and pull this back, put your fuel line back on. Go ahead and add the rod for the governor. And put the return spring on. Go ahead and put this clamp back on. There we go. Okay, got that. Push that back on. And put this back on. Put the breather adapter and add these. ahead and get this. Make sure that's nice and snug, and then come over and do the same thing to that. And go ahead and pop the breather back on. Get that all tightened down. And then we'll go ahead and put the, we'll add fuel back to it. And once we add this fuel back to it, we'll go ahead and fire it up and see how it is. I'm hoping that it actually runs pretty good, but if not, then end up moving on to the oil or whatever else it might need. But while I'm doing this, I would like to take time and say thank you to the ones who are watching this video. This is my very first official video of the new channel, and I'm not gonna lie to you guys, it's a little frightening and nervous at the same time. But my dad always told me that you can do whatever you want, Danny, as long as you put your mind to it. So I've always loved working on motors, always been real good with my hands, always following his footsteps and everything. So I figured I'll go ahead and give this an official try. If you like the video so far, if you can, please like, subscribe, comment, share. Let me know if there's something that you'd like to see on the channel. Let me know if you want to see some type of improvements or what I can do to improve to do better for you guys and the quality of the content. But since I got this in now, I just want to go ahead and just say that to you guys and everything. And I genuinely appreciate you guys so much. I really do. This really is it's an actual dream, like something that I've been wanting to do for a long time, just never had the courage to do it. But I feel like I need to try it, because without trying, how would I ever know? But alright guys, let's go ahead and start this up and see what happens. I pray it kind of, I pray it fires up on the first try, but I don't know. Never know. I pray. Oh, that'd be so nice. Make sure the spark plug's nice and secured. Everything's good, nice and tight. Fuel's on. Motor's on. Everything good. Alright. See what happens. too bad. Definitely needs some adjustments to the carburetor to kind of turn down a little bit. Good Lord, it's smoky in here. But, well, that'll be it for today. I want to say thank you guys for taking the time to watch this video all the way through. If you did, thank you. If you can, like, subscribe, comment, share, and let me know what you guys like to see in the next video. Have a great day. Bye.